If you're in the market for a new pair of dirt bike or MX goggles, stick around. We got our top picks coming up. Hello and welcome. I'm Eyeglass Tyler, or right now, Goggle Tyler. Today we're talking about our top picks for dirt bike and motocross goggles. All of these goggles here are going to keep you safe and seeing clearly on rough terrains. All of these guys have a very wide field of vision and a nice, snug, comfortable fit that's going to keep the dirt and debris out of your eyes. There is what is very important to us, an option at least for all of these to have a good contrast enhancing lens technology. There is in all of these an interchangeable functionality. A couple of them have a more easy to change interchangeable functionality, and I'll talk about those when we get to them. That'll just allow you to swap lenses out a little more quickly and simply, and if that's something that you like to do, swapping lenses out, keep an eye out for those options. All of these are also going to have a triple layer foam. There are options out there that have a cheaper setup. If you're not familiar with what the triple layer foam does for you, the cheaper options out there have either 1 or 2 layers of foam. The triple layer foam gives you more rigidity, it gives you more longevity in the foam, as well as comfort. It gives you a little better breathability. Usually the part that is, and in the case with all of these, the part that touches your face is more of a micro fleece that is moisture wicking, that's going to keep them on your face comfortable for longer. And most importantly to me, all of these are also available with our prescription insert. If you want more information on that specifically, we have tons of videos on it, and I would encourage you to check it out if you need prescription, because it's an absolute game changer. Another thing that all of these have but one is removable nose guard, so keep an eye out for that if that is important to you. If you are ready to order at the end of this, do not forget about old SportRx. Definitely don't forget about our See Better guarantee, because with that, you're never stuck with something that you don't like or doesn't work for you. As much information as I can give you about these goggles, if you get them in your hands and you just find that they're not right for you, if you got them from us, that's okay. We will take care of you. You have as long as 45 days to figure that out. Even if you get the prescription insert, we will absolutely take care of you. No questions asked. You just reach out to us and we take care of everything. All right, now let's talk about these goggles. First up, we have my absolute favorite, and that is 100% the Armega. This is, I mean, they pulled out all of the stops at 100% with this goggle. It is actually a 2020 Rexy winner for the best motocross goggle, and for good reason. They have a bonded dual injection frame that is very durable, very strong, also nice and flexible where you need it. It is a perforated triple layer foam. So what does that mean? Yes, I mentioned that all of these have triple layer foam. This is the only one that has this perforated triple layer foam that's going to help to increase ventilation that much better. It's going to help to keep the contact point where the goggle is touching your face. I mean, it's still foam. You're on a hot day. Usually it's going to be the part that takes all of the moisture off of your face. This is going to give you that much extra ventilation to help keep you cool and to keep the sweat down. And so that has an additional little channel here for ventilation, and that feeds right into those perforated little dots. Essentially, you can see them when it's up close, nice little holes in that. And that's a pretty unique feature that I have not seen on any other goggle, and definitely worth noting. They are, of course, a shatter resistant lens, very, very durable. It is actually all of these, it is very uncommon to find these guys as well, right? Yes, to find I don't even know if it exists, to find a spherical lens. They are all going to be cylindrical, and what that does also is that helps to increase the impact resistance. This does have a quick release lens swap technology, probably the second easiest. I'll get to the first easiest here in a moment, but it still is quite easy. You have 2 latches here on the sides of the lens. You just pop those off and then the lens comes right out. There is a very minimal to no separation between the lens and the goggle, so that helps to minimize further any kind of dirt, dust, or debris that can get inside of the goggle. When you're out in the dirt, you find that with any motocross goggle, really and truly, it is almost impossible to keep dirt out of the inside of the goggle, but this does an amazing job. And this is one of the ones that has a detachable nose guard. Really and truly an amazing option here for you if you're looking for the best of the best. This goggle does support triple post tear-offs. If that is something that you use regularly, the outriggers make it very, very helmet compatible, very comfortable, just ventilation all over this goggle. It's incredible. This is available with the option to get replacement lenses, but when you purchase it, it does come with only one lens, and so you have to decide with the goggle if you want to get a clear lens or a tinted lens. I love their hyper technology, so I definitely recommend you check that out. Next up, we have the Racecraft 2, another goggle out of 100%. And this is an update from their original Racecraft. You have some minor details that are a little different here, mostly just slight changes in the design, but overall, very much recognizably the Racecraft. This is another option that supports the triple post tear off. So you do have those big outriggers, makes it very, very helmet compatible. A ton of ventilation on this. You also have the detachable nose guard. It has, thanks to that update, a wider field of vision and even better comfort. The balance and snug fit that you get from the outriggers also helps to manage and minimize dirt and debris from getting into the goggle. And of course, that triple layer foam manages sweat very, very well. This is designed with a 9-pin lens retention system. And so while it doesn't have an easy to interchange mechanism, it still is pretty straightforward and very secure. The lens combinations you get with the Racecraft 2, you do actually have the option of getting a single lens or a dual lens, you know, with a clear and a tinted. So check out all of the different options that are available in colorways and lenses if you are interested in a second lens included with the goggle. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, but maybe you have additional questions about motocross goggles or prescription inserts, well, if so, reach out to one of our very friendly and knowledgeable SportRx opticians because they would love to help you with anything that you have. And for even more lists on the top motocross goggles, we have videos and blogs. We'll put a link in the description below. Next up, we have the Accuri 2, another goggle out of 100%. I mean, we really can't be talking MX without talking 100%, right? And the Accuri is a classic. You have that very classic 100% lens shape and design. This is a little more of kind of an intro to the top end goggle price point and quality. So it isn't going to be as feature rich as all these other goggles, but still an amazing option. This is the only one that does not have the detachable nose guard on this table. So do keep that in mind. The Accuri 2, the redesign, obviously it's a 2 if you're not familiar with the Accuri. There's the Accuri 2 now, and so this is a redesign, and this again has a wider field of vision, and it just offers a better fit. And similar to the Racecraft 2, you have the tear-off design, but it doesn't support the triple post tear-off design, so keep that in mind as well. This also does offer the 9-pin lens retention system. So again, not an ease of interchangeability, but pretty straightforward and very secure. Another thing not to miss about the Accuri 2 is that it does come with a bonus lens. So you get a clear lens and a tinted lens. This is the only other one on this table that offers a secondary lens as a part of the purchase. And if you consider the price, an amazing value for sure. Really, really solid goggle in the Accuri 2. Next up, we are moving over to Oakley. We have the Airbrake Mx. The Airbrake has been in Oakley's lineup for quite some time. You would probably, if you're familiar with our channel, be much more familiar with the Airbrake on the snow end of the spectrum, but the MX goggle is just as jam-packed with all of the same features and quality that you have come to know and expect out of Oakley. You will be stoked to find that you get the same amazing proprietary Oakley lens tech in the Airbrake Mx goggle as you do in pretty much everything Oakley these days, and that is that prism with MX specific options. So definitely check that out. We love prism here at SportRx. It has proven to be a real crowd pleaser. So definitely an amazing option for you if you're looking for top tier lens tech. And of course, they're using their plutonite lens material, which is very high impact resistant, but also gives you amazing visual clarity. This guy does have the easiest switch lock technology, or ease of interchangeability technology. They call it switch lock. It is definitely the easiest on this table. You have a little pull tab here on the red in this colorway. You see it very easily, and it just pulls away on both sides of the goggle. And then you have a little notch there where it holds the lens in place. And so very easy to swap lenses on this guy. And yes, a removable nose guard, very comfortable, contoured to your face. There is an interesting note on this goggle that has always confused me a little bit, and it may be something that Oakley planned to do and didn't follow through with, or maybe it's something that they plan to do in the future. I don't know. Presently, it's not available, but you can change the foam out on this goggle. The foam is actually removable from the goggle, and so I don't know what you're going to do with that information. For the most part, you can't really do much with it unless you somehow found another goggle that was the Airbrake Mx that the goggle was wrecked, but the foam is still in good shape. You could pop the foam off of that and put it onto this. Just an interesting little side note. It's probably something that some people will look at and be like, oh, what's all this? And you can tell that it's removable, and then you'd wonder why. Well, it's because it supports the option to swap out the foam, but unfortunately there is not the support on the back end for a replacement foam. Just be aware that that exists, so if you see it, you're not confused. I love this goggle. I think it's really an amazing design, shape, look. Aesthetically, it does have the outriggers, really helmet compatible, really comfortable, and it does support the 3-post tear-off system. So again, something to note. And last but not least, we have another Oakley. This is the Frontline Mx. So the Frontline is a relatively new addition to their lineup. It was in their snow catalog first, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'm trying to remember when this first released, maybe even 4. It's time just flies. It's crazy. But the MX came a season or 2 after the snow model came out. It's a great option. It's more of a rimless design. You have a seamless aesthetic here. If you really like that look, you definitely achieve it here with the Frontline Mx. Again, it's part of Oakley's high impact goggle line. This actually does feature a high impact anti-fog lens that exceeds ANSI Z87.1 safety ratings, which is really cool. If you're looking for a really safe option, this is amazing. They call their interchangeability method on this goggle a ridge lock, which makes it sound like it's an ease of interchangeability technology or design, but it really isn't. It's just you pull the goggle away from the lens, but it is very secure and relatively simple. Once you kind of get the idea of how to swap the lenses, you do have that option in this goggle, of course. This is engineered to fit a variety of faces and fit seamlessly with the widest range of helmets possible. Again, another option that has a ton of ventilation, really good, straightforward motocross goggle. This does also come with the Prism lens tech as an option. You can get it in clear, you can get it with the Prism MX specific options. Really, the sky is the limit, and this is a great frame for you. Like I said, if you like kind of more of a rimless aesthetic, it's a little more unique in the world of MX goggles, I think. That wraps it up for our top picks for dirt bike and motocross goggles. Thank you for watching. I hope that you have a little more information under your belt now and you can make the right decision for what is right for you. If you are ready to shop any of these styles, stick around for a moment longer because we're going to put an easy to click link that'll take you to all of these options. And if you are ready to order, again, don't forget about that See Better guarantee. I really think it gives you a ton of peace of mind. And if peace of mind is your thing, our opticians, again, I will plug them forever and always because I think it's amazing and they will definitely help you get it right the first time. So you can always get that peace of mind by reaching out to us and letting us help you out. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was interesting or valuable information. If so, throw us a like because that helps us out. You can find relevant videos over here. And if you are ready to shop any of these styles, you can click this link right here, take you right to it. And also, I think you should check us out on our social media outlets because I think you'd like it. We have some really cool content. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend it.